Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl, Tiara Nicole Riley. So excited to be talking about the parenting journey with you all and wanted to continue the discussion today. Now, the topic that I want to talk about today as it relates to parenting is something I wish more people knew. So much so, I wish that just like we pushed Lamaze classes, I wish we pushed child psychology classes for an expecting parent, right? Like, I need that to be a thing. If there's a petition we can get started, like, let's get it started. But I need more expecting parents to have access to and to be encouraged to take child psychology classes. The reason being, the top reason being, is the attachment style. Now, in my last video, I did mention my daughter being securely attached, and that is a part of the attachment style. However, the reason why I feel like it's so important for expecting parents to have this information is because your attachment style is developed within the first 18 to 24 months of life. I'm sorry, 12 to 18 months. Within the first 12 to 18 months, the child has developed an attachment style. So within the first year to year and a half, your child has developed an attachment style. This attachment style will follow them for the majority of their life. And in most cases, they do not change without intentional effort in the direction of that, right? Like, you can earn securely attached. Like, you can earn it on your own as an adult, right? And also, like, a life changing, altering situation can change your attachment style. But by and large, your attachment style is your attachment style. And it is 100% based in your experience as a newborn. Literally, your experience as a newborn, right? And so the root of the question is really based in, as a newborn, 12 to 18 months, within the first 12 to 18 months of your life, do you feel that your needs were met by your primary caretaker? And I emphasis on feel, right? Because it's not about what happened or what did or didn't happen or why it didn't or didn't happen. It's about, do you feel your needs were responded to and addressed in a timely manner as a newborn? That's it. That's it. Literally, that's how you develop your attachment style. And so when we have these conversations of like the cry it out method, or you're spoiling that baby, or we have those kind of conversations, what we're doing is counterintuitive to the attachment styles. And these attachment styles influence how we view relationships for the rest of our lives. Family relationships, platonic relationships, romantic relationships. How we view all relationships moving forward for the rest of our lives is rooted in one very simple question. Do I feel my primary caretaker responded to and addressed my needs on a consistent basis? Yes, no, inconsistently. It's that simple. It really is that simple. And so when we think about the attachment styles, the only right answer is securely attached. That is the only good out of them, right? You have secure or insecure. And out of the insecurely attached, there's three different categories. Now, out of those three different categories, there's not one that's better, worse. It's just different, right? It just influences how you interact in relationships. Again, secure is the goal. You want a securely attached child. You want to be a securely attached person. So if you are not securely attached, you can work towards it. It just takes a lot of intentionality. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of focus. Like, you can get there though. Like, I believe I am getting closer to securely attached, right? And so, it's a possible goal. And if you have not read the book Attached, definitely recommend it 10 times out of 10. And slight plug, I don't know if y'all know, but I got a book club going on called Book Besties, okay, where we are reading self-help books each month. So hit the link in my bio if you are interested in joining the Book Besties so you can get all these book recommendations and we can read them together and discuss things that come up, okay? Let's get into it. That was a brief commercial break. Back to attachment theories. So, securely attached basically means I felt that my needs were responded to on a consistent basis by my primary caretaker. That's it. Okay? Insecurely attached, you have anxious, you have anxiously attached, you have avoidantly attached, or you have disorganized is the attachment style. There's a couple other names for it, but disorganized attached is basically a hybrid between anxious and avoidant. Okay? So, anxiously avoidant children feel that their primary caretaker inconsistently met their needs. And when we say needs, it is physical, like food and shelter and warmth and things like that, but it's also mental and emotional needs. Children have mental and emotional needs. I don't know if I need to say that. I don't know who needed to hear that, but children have mental and emotional needs, okay? They just do. And so, anxiously attached children feel like sometimes their needs were met. They were met with warmth. They were met with love. They were met with compassion. Their needs were met in a timely fashion. And sometimes their primary caretaker, maybe they were tired. Maybe they were irritable. Maybe they were overwhelmed. Maybe they were frustrated. Maybe they were, antsy or busy or preoccupied or whatever. But to the child, those needs were not met, right? So they grow up to be anxiously attached children or people. Anxiously attached people, well, I'll talk about how it shows up in relationships after I explain. Avoidantly attached people are the people whose needs were not met. More often than not, they were probably exposed to abuse of some kind, neglect of some kind. Again, mental and emotional are factors here, so it might not have been physical abuse or neglect, but it could have been mental and emotional, right? Like, I remember one time with a conversation with me and the baby daddy were having an argument, and then he went and like snatched her out of the crib, and I was like, first of all, put my child down. Put my child down. That kind of thing, right? Like, first of all, you're mad at me, not her. Don't take that out on her. But so that kind of experience, right? Like you're being either neglected or harmed mentally and emotionally, sometimes even physically. Some newborns are exposed, like you have like shaken baby syndrome and like all these other things, right? When they're crying instead of being fed, which that like babies can't communicate with words, so they're being fed, they're like, I'm hungry or I'm dirty or whatever, and the cry it out method typically results in avoidantly attached children, because what you're saying is, I'm crying, I have a need, but your caretaker is saying, no, figure that shit out on your own. That's what the cry it out method is saying. You're communicating, I hear you have a need, but although you can't feed yourself and you can't change your own diaper, I'm gonna let you figure out how to fix that. And you can just cry until you fall asleep. Even though I'm not gonna check to see what's wrong. Not gonna check on you to see what could be the problem, or try to problem solve, or even just to offer comfort. I'm just gonna let you cry it out. People who grow up under the cry it out method tend to be avoidantly attached because it's neglect. At its base, it is neglectful, right? And then, like I said earlier, the disorganized is some kind of combo between the two. So, kind of running out of time on this video. So in my next video, we'll talk about like how that shows up in relationships and go from there. See you guys. Before I go, drop in the comments if you are aware of your attachment style. I'm curious, what's yours? I will be humble, open, and transparent. I am anxiously attached. I'm working towards securely attached, but I am anxiously attached. So go ahead and drop your attachment style in the comments so we can see what we got going on. So we can see how we can shape these conversations, so we can work on a different result for the next generation. Hey. All right, thanks guys.